Hello and welcome back to the Warpath. This is Player 2's weekly series where we play through the entirety of the original Darksiders. My name is Paul James, and let's get into the sixth part of this series. We've gone through a few so far. We took the week off last week to cover all things Player 2 Marathon. Check out all the videos on the YouTube channel. I've been gradually breaking them out over the course of the week. You can see every single clip of every single game, the entire 24 hours of gameplay. You can check that out on the YouTube channel, player2.net, youtube.com/player2netau. Check out all that stuff. And now some normal programming is resuming. So the Warpath is up today. And again, for those of you who maybe missed past episodes, this is my full playthrough for the channel of the original Darksiders. I've done one of these series already. That was for Secret of Mana. It was dubbed Secret of Mana Saturday. Matt has done some work with Fallout New Vegas. And it's back to me this time, and yep, Darksiders is the recipient here. And I'm doing this essentially because Darksiders 3 is on the way. I'm really excited about that game. I think more people should be. And I'm trying to shine a bit of a light on what is, in my opinion, one of the greatly underappreciated franchises, but more specifically, Jesus, how do I do this again? Oh, there we go. One of the more greatly underappreciated franchises of the last generation. So, as we wrapped things up last time, we got directed to go find the Stygian. It is another beast that we're being asked to kill. This is horrible of easy kills. Fantastic. And so our journey continues. Darksiders I was a big fan of because of its... Let's just kill that. Because of the heaven and hell sort of conflict there, which is a setting that I've always really appreciated. The likes of Supernatural and those sort of stories over the journey really caught my interest. I really gravitated towards those. And then the game is a merger of... here we go, we're starting to get some Portal elements. It's kind of a merger of The Legend of Zelda and Portal, like I just said, and God of War, and several other big franchises of the time. How do I need to quit? No, it's not going to do it. There we go. The door's lifting nicely for me. Yeah, it's just a great merger of a few of these fairly prominent IP at the time. Some of which, oh jeez, my buttons. For what it's worth, I've played quite a lot of Spider-Man PS4 since we last recorded this, and consequently, I was using the circle button to dodge. We're back to using R1 like I should. Yeah, it merges a lot of those fantastic aspects of those three IP and several others as well, with the heaven and hell sort of setting, and it really spoke to me. I picked up the original Darksiders having seen just CG trailers, and the rest was kind of a show of faith from there, and I'm glad it paid off. And Darksiders 2 is even better, IMO. And Darksiders 3 has me really excited. I'm a bit anxious about the particular release date. November 27th is an awkward time for a... Look, for as much as I love it, I'm going to say... there. For a AA kind of tier game. it's an awkward time period for it, so I'm curious to see how things play out. Maybe it works out really well, because the Darksiders games have been fairly well received critically, but have not necessarily received the commercial success. So maybe releasing in that Black Friday, Christmas sort of period, maybe that'll actually bode well for the game. It remains to be seen, but let's just kill the bat. Oh, okay, hang on, this one's oh, there we go. Where'd the other one go? So I'm really curious to see how that plays out, but I just love this IP. Like, there's so many cool things about it, and it draws from IP that I'm also, that I just adore. So it's really the perfect storm. Darksiders 2, like I said before, is certainly the superior game, just to be very, very clear. And depending on demand for this, I am eager to do Darksiders 2 as well. Maybe we'll let young Matthew or someone else kick off another full playthrough first. Maybe we'll return to Darksiders 2, maybe we'll do something different. I've got a few ideas that I'm kind of kicking around at the moment, none of which I'm going to discuss because some of them may link in with Gamer School, my other series that I do for Player 2. One of those is something I'm seriously considering to be the next Gamer School topic. So I don't really want to be spoiling it. That could be months away and I don't want to show my hand. As many of you who follow Player 2 are aware, I've got a baby coming. Maybe within a week of you seeing this episode. And that variable just means that I don't know how long things are going to take to complete it going forward. It's a whole new factor that I've now got to contend with. I'm incredibly happy to be doing that. It just means that how things look, how things roll out, that all hinges now on what the day-to-day looks like, or will be. That's them off my back, I think. Doesn't look like there's any other experiences floating around. Let's take a bit of a look, see what's here. There's Volgrim down there, but we don't have much we can do with him at the moment. We spent a lot of souls at the end of... Huh. An anvil. Oh, alright. We've certainly got some artifacts here that we can cash in, but not much as far as just raw souls that we've collected over the journey, so... So yeah, we'll see how that plays out, but please, if you're looking for more Darksiders content from me, I am really eager to give that to you, so please let me know in the comments below, reach out to me on Twitter, I'll give those details, I'll remind you of those details later, but PaulJamesP2 on Twitter, kind of give us all the feedback you can, whether there's things that need to be improved, or whether you would like to or not like to see more Darksiders from me going forward, beyond the completion of the Warpath.
What would you ask?
There's not much I can do with Volgrim here. I'll trade the artifacts, get a bit of cash, but...
Nice.
We've got some upgrades we can apply to the sword, which is always my default. Alright. Let's push on. So, for those of you coming in to this series for the first time, as in this video series for the first time, Darksiders is a heaven and hell story. Our protagonist, antagonist, It's a little bit mixed and it's a little bit unclear for large portions of the game. War, he basically is one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, and the whole idea is that, according to all these scriptures and whatnot, religion, everybody, he and his brothers and sisters were not supposed to arrive on the scene during the apocalypse until a certain set of criteria essentially had been met, and certain things had occurred, at which point they come in to kind of clean up mess. Well, not all of those things happened, and yet here is war regardless. And so there's a big mystery that kind of is unfurling here, and it's one that continues to persist into Darksiders 2, even though we're playing the role of death, and it seems to be the case for Darksiders 3 as well. Certainly, I must say, and I don't think this would be much of a surprise to anyone, really. Having gone from Spider-Man to a much heavier character in Darksiders is a little bit jarring. And even just the fluidity. Look, things have changed a lot since this game first released on the PS3 and the 360. So it's a little bit jarring in some ways as well. Part of that being the way the game handles, and intentionally in terms of the design and the character and what we're doing and how we're fighting, but also just how polished things are. We've come a long way, even in the space of, well, this was 2010, even in the space of 8 years. We as a games industry have come a very, very long way. Thought I'd realised. There we go. I had realised. Yeah, things have come a long way, and it makes it a little bit tricky at first. I've been playing a combination of Spider-Man and Shadow of the Tomb Raider recently, and with the week off that we took for the marathon, I'm finding my footing again. But it is good to be back. I kind of miss this, and I miss getting this out weekly. She blows. Slide over. Nothing up there, it seems. Oh no, no. Come on, across as you're supposed to. There we go. Let's go marching down this pipe. Stygian is a big ugly creek, and we're going to have to take it down. But we did deal with the Griever last episode, And the Griever too is a bit of ours. It's better. Let's wait for them to come back. Alright, 1, 2, 3. That's much better. Oh no, except that except that I hadn't gone the full distance before I paused to take a look around in my infinite wisdom. Let's go. There we go. Now we're right. Keep shuffling along these walls. Yeah, the Griever was a big ugly prick that we had to deal with in the last episode of Warpath, so please go check that out if you haven't. And thankfully things went a little bit better for me there than they did with our first boss fight, or first really key proper dungeon boss. And it did tell me that, okay, cool, finding my feet a little bit, getting a little bit comfortable with the combat again, I'm making sure to strafe. You might be War, the Horseman of the Apocalypse, but you're not a Wrecking Ball, so for reasons that have been kind of clear throughout. We're certainly building up our strength in a very God of War fashion. You know, powers have been stripped, and then we're getting them back gradually over time. Great, max health is up. Feels like I'm in the safe spot again. There's another thing for Volk, but I don't know that I have anything really to give him. 1128. I don't think I picked up any artifacts, if I recall. We've unlocked the Vulcan location though, and that's it. Yeah, I've got no artifacts to give away, so it's a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. As of right now, it'll be good to see him once we're done through this next stage. We're in the Ashlands. Here's the ugly bastard now. Doing this because that big worm that you saw shifting through the sand there can basically scoop me up in an instant if I try and do it on foot, typically at the normal little hike that you'd expect.
Samael wasn't kidding about those worms, and the Stygian's supposed to be the mean one.
There we go. So not the Stygian itself, but it's one of them, and it's far nastier. But we're across. We're out of harm's way for now. Let's check down here.
There he is. We can't be using the fist here. Let's. How do I? There we go. Skew it. You can see with the L1 and R2 prompts in the top left corner of the screen there, I am able to summon Chaos Mode. My Chaos form, I suppose, is probably the better way to put it. Makes me... Invincible's maybe a bit rich, but quite OP for a significant period of time.
Hang on, now I feel like this is the right path. Let me see what's going on above me. Yeah, even the map suggests that it comes to an end. What am I doing? Smash our way through that, get some souls, that'll be good for Vulcan later. But as for now, we'll keep trucking on. A few tremors. That'll be the Stygian and all his or her buddies. Let's drop down. Important to pick the right weapon for the scenario. Having the range that I do there with the scythe is hugely beneficial in just kind of clearing out enemies that just flock to you like that and just swarm you like it's a lot. We're slowly navigating our way around the environment here. Puzzle time though, because we can't. Excuse me. We can't get to that as directly as we would like. Smashing up all those sort of props and environmental features there is important. There's plenty of souls to be found from them, and why not smash them? It takes only a moment to deal with. That's going to be important later. Check the action prompt in a moment. Something tells me... I'm going to check to see what happens first. Something tells me I'm like, no, I can't slow down. Okay, there we go. Just lowered it so I can slow down. Momentarily. Oh, did I just get myself into a horribly unfortunate situation? What is down here? Good. Why on air? Hang on, where am I flying to? I think I might have to take my chances. And remember, the Stygian is the mean one. Whew. Dropping off that platform was not good. Alrighty. We'll keep weaving our way up. Always use that action prompt, extra souls, and they're important. Ooh. Oh no! Is it not? No, right. It does now. No, it seems like it's to the very edge. Oh, it's sweating on me. Oh, we got away with it. We dodged a bullet there, everyone. That is good news. Whew. Clumsy errors are just not helpful at this particular point, especially clumsy platforming errors like that was. Yeah, right, this big ugly goon's not going to be an issue. There, yes, it is. Now, my recollection's a little bit vague about all this. Whether this kind of constitutes the dungeon that underpins the final encounter with Stygian, whether I actually still have something yet to do. Sorry, whether I'm purely navigating my way through that dungeon. Yeah, I don't know. Far too long. A bit rusty. Oh yeah, now just remember my favourite move, the home run spin. Get out of here. Hack. What is this? Wait, did I go the wrong way? What have I missed? Oh, it's not necessary. I mean, the Stygian's obviously, or the Stygian's little buddy, is obviously going to want a piece of me once we're in there. I believe that's... Yep, cool. So I think I'm going to have to navigate my way up this path down to the left, and then run like hell, I think. Given we've got one of those little time slowing maneuvers skewered. Oh. Ooh. The puzzles in Darksiders, specifically the first one, my recollection of number 2 when it comes to the difficulty of the puzzles is a little bit vague right now. It's never brutal. Oh no, come on. That's a dodgy hitbox. Drop. There we go. Oh, you can go. There was only one way that could have gone. They're not brutal. They sometimes leave your head scratching your head for 5 minutes or so. If you caught past episodes, you'll see that there's been a few that have bothered me for a few minutes from time to time. Tempted me to utilise a guide or whatever. Trying to be a bit more stubborn about that than this, just because I feel like I've done it before. So it's just need to get the grey cells working. Which, to be fair, can be a little bit tough from time to time. Nope. Alright, so we've got a bomb spot over there. So where's the bomb? volcanic rock looked promising. Not to me. Whoa. Alright. Nice. Placement. Few goons blocking this bad boy. With high ledges up. If I have access to those. Gotta be thinking. Nope. Not thinking, ball. So where did... Nope, 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 no. And dead. Fantastic. I think maybe I have to go down to that bottom. Oh, where's it put me? This is the right one. Such a long time. Could I get in there before? Oh, yep. Alright. It's time for a little bit of thought. These puzzles that I said before that aren't too brutal have suddenly gotten a touch brutal. So do I hang on a second. Let's bring that back up. pros were better. What? I feel like I meant to throw... There we are. Now bring it back. Hit it first. Throw a bomb. Let the rest play out. Oh my god. Come on. Oh, how did it get wedged on the fence? Ridiculous. Alright, now let's go down. Let's next work out what on earth I should be doing. That one more time. I don't even know which one that's taking me to. Because at the moment I need time to be slowed. If I... Why didn't it trigger that? I feel like a hitbox didn't work like it ought to have done. But I'm through nonetheless. So let's progress. What have we got available to us? Very, very limited options. So I think... Notice they're blocked up. We can't do what we just did a moment ago. Am I heading the wrong way? Quite possibly am. I feel like I'm getting myself in a big knot. It's getting ridiculous. How do I get to the Stygian from here? overly sure. I don't think it's here because I've resolved this. This problem has been rectified. No, I need to bring it. I'm going to go back up to where I was. So let's quickly send that down to the bottom. At least it was worthwhile coming back up, even if... well, no, maybe I don't need to. Undying. Upon receiving a fatal strike, Wall's health and wrath are completely restored. This item must be equipped to function. Not necessary right now. Okay, so... we've lowered that. I think everything must go on this platform below us. Which there is one. So let's... oh, hello. What's all this thing? No, those hitboxes are a bit ridiculous. Oh. That there is, what did I say? Hitboxes on those blades are not superbly done. Right, cool. Across here. Now what? What is this thing? That's not... hang on, this looks more promising. Some drills of stuff. What's that do? Alright. Obviously it gives us some enemies have to contend with. Collectibles to do with up here? No. Alright, let's drop down to the bottom. Because clearly that hole is begging to be leapt into. We're in the water. Oh, a big artifact. What do we got under here? Our old mates, those eels that, well, something of a cakewalk to deal with. Let's just go back up and just suss out everything that's available, or not. So we've got one exit here that we can follow. I'm gonna follow that because I feel like that's my only way to get that artifact over there. So let's go deal with the artifact. Okay, I think we've entered the dungeon. That's my hot take. So let's backtrack. Because from the looks of it, that's not... oh... no, getting across this platform here allows me to get to that platform there, that gets me to the artifact. So I've we essentially begun the dungeon now? Are we not having to appease the golems and complete trials and stuff? Because that's good news. I'm going to check out the depths of the water here. There's a smaller artifact down here, that's a good start. There's some cash there. Nothing else down here, but it's already proven to be worth it, so let's take a look through this thing. Nah, alright. I think that we are now ready to begin the dungeon. That's my take on where things are here. We'll mess around for 10 minutes or so. This is a shorter episode compared to what we've done of late, so there's absolutely no reason why we can't go a little bit longer and start to explore things somewhat. Right, we're gonna sucker in this stupid plant thing. Though, why I didn't grab onto that is a mystery. Huh. Maybe I can't. I'd have to. I have to be able to. It worked before. Die. There we are. Oh, hang on. Some goodies. Looks like I can only grab on from that one side. Ah. Alright, I think I've worked that bit out. Bring it over. Better make it. Here we go. Smash away. Don't know what good this is going to do me. Nothing there is a threat. Yet. Though, that's, I think, why I need it. Then again, I could pass through here fairly well uninterrupted anyway. Great. Don't think that was the intention. Let's kill a few of these goons and...
The rider approaches!
Swing, batter, 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 swing. Ah. So I think I absolutely did the right thing. See, I can't get past those guys. Those things currently stand. I definitely can't float over there. I need to get whatever item it is that allows me to kind of... it'll be a grappling, let's be real. They ape Zelda a lot in this game. It will be a grappling. But I'm so rusty. My god. Excellent. We're back in the Ashlands. But we're getting close. Let's be real, we're getting close. We can see a path now that takes us to where we need to go. I don't think we were in the dungeon. I hadn't bitten off more than I could chew. Alright, great. You can see how many more obstacles are going to get thrown in our path before we actually get to this big ugly worm. Here we go. As if on cue. Good old Darksiders. It's brutal. Not God of War levels of brutal, but bloody brutal nonetheless. I can see the little beacon at the end. I can touch it. Almost. But we know something's going to go wrong. It has to. Because video games, ladies and gentlemen. Because video games. My home runs. It's just a lovely little get out of jail card. Get the timing wrong though, and it's problematic. But that little stab also did the job. Nothing to see here. Come on. Let this be the entrance to the dungeon. So we've got a winding linear path here. But it may not necessarily mean that we're ready for the dungeon itself. It does mean we're at least heading in the right direction. There's no disputing that. Ah, oh, great. Is this the dungeon? What I think we might do is wrap things up here. So we're going to spend a lot more time navigating the Ashlands through the course of the next episode. Maybe into the episode after that, depending on how things go. But now is a good time to cut things for today. So that is what we'll do. Wow. Thank you very much for watching. That was another episode of the Warpath. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. All those details are down below here, and hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched, The Insider, Delayed Game Review, Gamer School, more Player 2 plays, and a whole lot more. There's some awesome content in our channel. Like I was talking about earlier in the episode, that includes hour by hour breakdowns of the Player 2 marathon. So if you want to check out any game that was played throughout the course of that 24-hour effort, which raised over close to $4,500, please do so, because it was a great time. I wasn't even there, I was just watching along, and it was a great time and a great thing to be a part of for a great cause. Go and check out some of that stuff. For written content, please visit the website player2.net.au, where you'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writer's Draft, and a whole lot more. There is some awesome written content there. Please check out the work that all our writers get up to. They're slaving away, they're producing some awesome stuff, and you need to go check it out. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, and consider kicking in a few dollars. At the lower tiers, you'll get early access to episodes of this, Patched, The Insider, and a whole lot more. At the higher tiers, you'll get monthly exclusive episodes, and the ability to join us in the monthly Player 2 podcast. There are some awesome offers there. Please consider pledging your support. Thank you in advance. For rolling updates, you can find me at PaulJamesP2 on Twitter, the website you'll find at Player2AU on Twitter, and until next time, that was another episode of The Warpath. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.